Like, I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea. Okay, this is my parents' house, right? It's not my place. This is my parents' place. So I just want to talk about motivation a little bit. You know how there are some days you wake up and truthfully, it's like you feel like you've lost your soul. That was selling the soul, It's like you've lost your soul. And some days you wake up, you're fully energized, you're fully motivated, you're ready to achieve all your goals, right? And it's not been long. I saw on one of the headlines on Quora already. On Quora, I'm sure. I saw someone was talking about how it's really bad. I was talking about how you get to when he has a deadly disease, right? He has a, I don't know if it's HIV. He has a deadly disease. Let me not go into the details. And it's impossible for him to be motivated, and he wants to do great things, like he really wants to try, things like, let me just first of all say something, right? Side note, yeah, it's a segue. Things like HIV, now there's a cure for it, right? So HIV isn't even a big deal. I'm just giving an example, right? Many things are really a big deal, but there are some things that are big deal. Let's just say he has a deadly disease, not in the sense that it can kill him, like, of course it can kill him, not in the sense that he's going to die now, but in the sense that just because he knows he has a disease that could literally kill him, he feels very unmotivated most of the time. Like, I get it, I'm I'm okay. Like, I'm fine. I don't have a disease. I don't have an illness. But I get it. Imagine being in a scenario, and I'm very sure most people will get it. Imagine being in a scenario. Let's take you, the average guy right now. You, the person watching this right now. Yes, say you are fine. I want to really take somebody that is fine. And look at your days. Look at how sometimes your days are just weird. They are just so bad. They are just. I sometimes just look at the day and you are like, I want to call it off. I just want to call everything off. Imagine it with the pressure of having a disease that is deadly. It's crazy. It gets literally insane, right? I perfectly get it. But I know I gave a very brutal and honest response. And I truly try just to spread my energy, just as I'm going to do right now. Just try to spread my energy because it's a very positive light to see things. It's just a way of viewing things. It's just like it's like a mind hack, right? And I was trying to say, what I was really trying to say was, even if it's truly, it's something I would personally do, but, and it's really something everybody should apply. Try at least to apply it, because it's something that if you apply it, it's better than staying and being unmotivated and being so unhappy with your current situation and not being and being so like helpless. You're literally maybe helpless if you have a disease you can't cure. So I was like, even if I had a deadly disease, right? You know what I want to do tomorrow? I will wake up and do the exact same thing. I'll do the exact same things that I need to do. Whatever I need to do, if I have a task to do, I wouldn't wake up. The worst mistake most people make is to wake up and think that and start, like, give it the most, give it the least energy ever. Give it the least time you have. Like, let me give an example. Let me not say an example. Like, for any deadly disease you maybe have, right? Let's say you have a deadly disease. The only time you should think about it, which I know that it consumes a lot of energy, is when you are going maybe for your cure, for your prevention, or for your management, like this management of this disease, this kind of diseases, right? That's the only time you give it 2 seconds of your time. Other than that, you keep pushing as hard as you can, and really don't keep it in. Don't, like, it shouldn't even be your mind. Don't even have it in your mind that you have a disease. You are different from any other person, because you are truly, it's true you are, but if you have it in your mind all the time, you are playing a lost game. Like, you're playing, it's very hard to play that kind of game. It's very hard. So you rather have I'll surely even post this video and maybe share it there. You better have the mind. In fact, it's a better way. You have the mind of somebody that is fine. Yeah, it's true that, let's say 2 times, 3 times, 4 times a week, you have to, like, give 10, 20, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours to go take some treatment or whatever, some cure. But other than that, your mind should be as like a guy like you were before, or like someone that never has a disease. Because truthfully, if you think of yourself like somebody that has a disease, you've you're just literally telling yourself, I have already lost, or I'm already starting the game from the loser's point, from zero, from like, it's not even from zero. You are already a loser, and you are not even trying to win. And what I'm really trying to say here is, in the end, even if I had a deadly disease, I'm not talking about me personally. I'm not saying if I have or not, but even if, in fact, even if I had, you wouldn't even. I would try and make sure you don't even notice. Other than my very close loved ones, most people wouldn't even know. I will wake up and do the exact same things I need to do. It doesn't matter if at the end of the day I maybe die, or like, I'm supposed to use that word. It doesn't matter if at the end of the day something happens, like at the end of the day I quit the race. At least I know I tried. At least I know I tried. And that's the real last word. At least you know you tried. The real race, winning the race is just about really trying as hard as you can. You just have to stay in the game. You know, and personally, this just comes to my mind, right? People fail to realize something. You can even be watching this right now. You have a deadly disease, you have something, and you have an illness, right? A very critical, serious illness, but you are still alive. I once watched it. Well, I read the stats somewhere. I think it's about 2020. I know I'm saying it is funny, but I really try to say it in a fun way. I read a stat about in 2020, and they were saying something like, it was two people died in a second, or it's two people died in a minute on average. It was two people died in a second, in a minute. Something. It was crazy. Like, you can check that one online. And I was like, what? Two people die in a second? No, it was in a minute. And it was still, even in a minute, it's genuinely shocking to the fact that two people can, I mean, in the world, right? The fact that two people die maybe in a minute. It's actually it's nuts. And you have to realize that, yes, you have the disease, or you have whatever you have, and but you are still in the game. Some people are no longer in the game. Some people have left the game, right? People are no longer in the game. Like, they've quit. They've quit, regardless of if they wanted it or not. They actually quit. And what I'm truly trying to say here is, don't think of quitting. Don't think of don't think of ending yourself. When it's time, God is the best of planners. Whatever is going to work is going to work. Don't think of quitting. Whatever is going to happen is going to happen. Don't think of quitting. When it will be time to quit, it will be solved for you. But so far as you're still here, try and do your best. That's really what I wanted to say. And perhaps it's a positive message, not a very good one overall. We're talking about bad things. We're talking about people literally quitting and everything. So it's overall. I hope it's not overall. I mean, overall, I hope it's a net positive. That's just what I hope for this message. That's it.